Hey guys, welcome back to You Only Get One Chance, right? With me, Faith. To give you guys an update. So, for those of you that have been following my journey, I am so grateful and thankful that you guys are. I really hope you're getting something out of it, and learning something. And hopefully, if you are needing help, getting the help that you need. So, I started my ECT journey a little over 3 weeks ago. But like I said in one of my videos, I believe it was episode 2, that I had a really rough experience at one of the hospitals. And so I was trying to find another hospital. However, there wasn't another hospital that would take me because my conditions are rare. So I have now done 4 ECT treatments. I had one today, this morning. They're getting me in at 8 a.m. That way I don't have to deal with the afternoon crowds, because this particular hospital is the #1 ECT hospital in Colorado. So they do like 31 patients a day. So they now get me in at 8 a.m., which is great because I'm usually out by like 11. Still 3 hours of my day, but we drive an hour and a half there, so 5:30 is usually when we leave to get up there. But you do what you gotta do, right? But I wanted to give you some feedback on my ECT. So the first episode of ECT was definitely the hardest. My body freaked out. It had no idea what was going on, and due to my conversion disorder, my brain interprets stress as pain. So the next day after the first ECT treatment, I was in so much pain. I laid in bed and I couldn't move. So we waited a while because we were trying to find another hospital, and then last Wednesday I had my second ECT treatment at the same hospital I had my first one. We did go back there because they were the ones that would take me in. So went back there. It was a much better experience. Like I said, they got me in the morning instead of the afternoon. And then they did things quite differently. I will say that they were very much more aware of what was going on and treated me a lot better, but not just me, treated everybody a lot better than what I had seen the first time, which I was really happy with, because sometimes when you talk to a hospital that has done things that you aren't happy with, or even done things just like remotely wrong, a lot of the time you get lip service, right? Like, oh, well, we'll change this, or this isn't our policy, so we're not sure why that happened, and things like that. But I really could see a difference in the hospital in the way they treated the patients the first time I went versus the second time I went. So I've now gone last Wednesday, last Friday, and then because Monday was a holiday, they weren't open. And so then I did today, which is Wednesday. And then I have one again Friday. So as you guys can tell, I'm still hanging out in my bedroom because I am still taking it easy from ECT. The nice thing is the pain has really decreased, really, really, really decreased. I still have some every once in a while, but typically once I get home from ECT, I take a really long nap, like 4 or 5 hours nap, and I wake up feeling better. I don't know if this is going to be a long-term solution for me yet. I know that there are some positives, which means that something is working. So I have more energy to do things. I have almost too much time in my day now, because I'm getting kind of bored, because I'm not working, and I used to fill my time with work, but I'm still not, I still can't work, like I'm still not there, sadly. So I feel better in a sense of that I have more energy, a little bit more motivation to do things. There are still some days where I just don't want to get out of bed, but I do have a little bit more than I did previously. Now, the cons to ECT so far for me, everybody reacts differently. The cons have been the pain, obviously. I did not like that very much. The cons are I am becoming more aware of kind of what's going on. So the walls that I've put up to kind of, okay, when you have trauma, a lot of people, everybody reacts to trauma differently, but a lot of people put it in a box, right? They put it in a box or a file folder and they tuck it away in their brain and they don't take it back out. They do their best to hide it, to let it sit back there and to not bring it up again, right? But certain things trigger us, which brings back the trauma. Because of ECT, because they're trying to make new neural pathways for me, those file folders that are back there that hold the trauma are breaking down. Like, it's no longer a brick wall that I can't smash into, if that makes sense. This is not going to be kid friendly, so a little bit trigger warning here. My trauma obviously comes from my childhood, from sexual abuse, when I was a child for several years. It has been really difficult to kind of come to terms with the fact that I was able to file it away for so long, and then 2 years ago, I just had a complete brain meltdown, and now I'm in the state that I'm in. So we tuck this trauma away, but that doesn't make it go away. And I think that we need to be more understanding and more patient with ourselves, because trauma is permanent. It doesn't go away. You can work through it, which is what you should do, right? You should hopefully get help and work through it. But once your brain has experienced trauma, it creates that neural pathway, right? So then you react to a trigger because that neural pathway has been built. So ECT is doing its best to create new neural pathways, which should help, and does in 80% of patients, helps depression, catatonia, but doesn't touch the other things. So it's not really known for anxiety. It's not really known for PTSD. It's not really known for my DID that I have, or my conversion disorder. So really it mainly treats the depression. So a lot of people with like chronic depression choose ECT, one, because they don't want to take medication or as many medications as they do, or two, the medication's not working. So it's one or the other usually. I've talked to some patients while I was sitting in the waiting room, and it is sad to hear some of their stories and their traumas and their experiences and what it took to get them to the point that they're at. Because most of the people that I sit in a room with in the morning are the inpatient people. So the people that are currently in the hospital and staying in the hospital on lockdown. I hope ECT works for me. Like I said, I've seen some positives. I also have some cons, like I'm not sleeping as well. And I have some problems with my heart racing. Like just a couple of things that are not life-threatening, right? But are just kind of annoying at this point. But if ECT helps, I'm willing to deal. Again, ECT is not for everybody, but it is an option. And I didn't even know it was an option until my psychiatrist said something. So those people out there that are watching this, that are following my journey, that medication really isn't working, or you want to try something different or try something new to combat your chronic depression, or your psychosis, like, please know that ECT is an option. Most insurances cover ECT, which is really great. But it is an option. Now, I will keep updating you guys as to whether I like it as an option for myself, but everybody reacts differently. So, alright guys, that's all I have. I'm gonna go rest again because I'm starting to get a headache. Oh, that's another con. I do get headaches more often. They're not bad though. They're not migraines, they're just headaches. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, and thanks again for following and subscribing. Bye guys.